Why you might need labor law attorneys in Vietnam in 9 situations. Vietnam Labor Law under Labor Code. Vietnam labor law is a body of laws and regulations that govern the employment relationship between employers and employees in Vietnam. It is important for both employers and employee to consult with labor law attorneys in Vietnam at early stage of the disputes for effective solutions. Labor law covers a wide range of topics, including employment contracts, working hours and overtime, wages and benefits, social security, occupational safety and health, dispute resolution. The main law governing labor relations in Vietnam is the Labor Code. The Labor Code applies to all employees in Vietnam, including foreign nationals. Besides, there are decrees, official notice to explain the Labor Code or give further guidance. How about the practices of labor law in Vietnam? Here is a brief overview of some of the key provisions of Vietnam labor law. Regulations of labor law in Vietnam. For employers, employment contracts must be in writing and must specify the terms and conditions of employment, such as the job title, wages, benefits, and working hours. The maximum working hours are 48 hours per week. Overtime is allowed, but it cannot exceed 12 hours per day, 40 hours per month, or 200 hours per year. The minimum wage is set by the government and varies depending on the region. Employers are required to provide a safe and healthy work environment for their employees. Regulations of labor law in Vietnam for employees. Employees are entitled to a number of benefits, including annual leave, sick leave, and maternity leave. Employees are also entitled to social security benefits, such as pension, health care, and unemployment insurance. Any disputes arising out of the employment relationship must be resolved through negotiation, conciliation, or arbitration. If you are an employer in Vietnam doing business in Vietnam, it is important to be familiar with Vietnamese labor law. This will help you to ensure that you are complying with the law and that you are providing a fair and equitable work environment for your employees. How Vietnam labor attorneys could help. Help with the labor compliance. A Vietnam labor attorney can help you to understand the Vietnam labor laws, draft rules, contracts, and to ensure that you are complying with them. This can help to avoid any potential legal problems in the future. Resolving dispute with your employers. If you have a dispute with your employer, such as a wage dispute, labor contract termination, or a discrimination claim, a Vietnam labor attorney can help you to resolve the dispute. Filing a workers' compensation claim. For employees, you are an employee who has been injured on the job. If you are an employee who has been injured on the job, a Vietnam labor attorney can help you to file a workers' compensation claim. Helping foreign workers working in Vietnam. If you are a foreign national who is working in Vietnam, Vietnam labor attorneys can help you to understand your rights under Vietnamese labor law. When need to talk with labor law attorneys in Vietnam, here are some specific examples of situations where you may need to talk with Vietnam labor attorneys. You have been wrongfully terminated from your job. You have been denied overtime pay. You have been discriminated against at work. You have been harassed or assaulted at work. You have been injured on the job. You are not being paid the minimum wage. You are being forced to work overtime without pay. You are not being given the benefits to which you are entitled. You are being required to work in unsafe or unhealthy conditions. If you are in any of these situations, it is important to talk with labor law attorneys in Vietnam to discuss your legal options. Vietnam labor lawyers can help you to protect your rights and to seek justice. How to engage labor law attorneys in Vietnam. To avoid any potential disputes at work, you should have Vietnam labor attorneys who are acknowledged with Vietnam labor law and who can help you to resolve the problem quickly and efficiently. Employees as well as the labor collective and employers should pay attention to selecting the most optimal resolution solution when labor disputes. About lawyers, your labor law attorneys in Vietnam. We help clients overcome cultural barriers and achieve their strategic and financial outcomes, while ensuring the best interest rate protection, risk mitigation, and regulatory compliance. Lawyers has lawyers in Ho Chi Minh City.